and it has a fleet of 9,000 locomotives, about 51 to 52,000 passenger coaches, about 2 lakh 10 or 20,000 wagons to manage the high volumes of freight and passenger traffic. And as you are all aware, I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say that it constitutes the nation's lifeline and is the mainstay of the country's transport infrastructure. And railways touches the lives of millions of people every day in the country. So this is what Indian Railways is all about. Now, the constraints which the Indian Railways works under is basically the capital investment in the system is woefully inadequate. The expenditure in India, of course, I mean, there's a lot of support coming off late, but then there's much more required. For example, if you talk about capital expenditure to the total turnover of the system, Germany does about 36%, France 38%, India does 20%. And if you talk about capital investment in the rail sector as a percentage of the total network size, both these are, in my view, relevant. You are looking at Germany 0.12, and this is, I'm quoting these figures in million euros. France is 0.16, UK is 0.38, and India is 0.09. So we do need to have a huge investment into the railway system. We do, as all of you know, and it's no secret that we do look to the needs of the common man in passenger transportation, and our losses on the passenger business are almost 25,000 crores in the full year, which to some extent we do agree we subsidize with freight traffic, which of course is something now it's becoming quite unmanageable. We can't really keep subsidizing passenger traffic with freight traffic throughout. The 12th plan, which has begun, it has given a renewed thrust on investment in the railways, particularly a focus on safety, modernization and capacity enhancement. And we aim to increase in the 12th plan period railways market share of rail by about 2%. That is the objective. Presently, in terms of volumes, it is about 30%. In terms of kilometers, PKMs plus NTKMs, it's about 36%, and we plan to increase it to about 38% or 39%. The investment which has been planned in the 12th plan period in the railway system, which is also now under discussion with the Planning Commission, is about 5,19,000 crores. The budgetary support which has been indicated is about 1,94,000 crores, and the internal generation is going to be 1,05,000 crores. The IRFC, that is the market borrowing that we do, is going to be about 1,20,000 crores, and we are looking at a very, very, very ambitious PPP target of about 1 lakh crores. So this is what 5,19,000 crores is all about. And we do plan to, I mean, this is again an aspirational figure, but freight traffic at the end of the 12th plan, we hope that we'll be able to do about 1405 million tons. We ended the 11th plan terminal year at 970 million tons. And the passenger number of passengers carried would perhaps go up to about 11,07,000 million as against 8,290 million at the end of the terminal plan of the 11th year. So there's a growth factor which is envisaged of 7 to 8% in rail-borne transportation. But having said that, the assumption for achieving this growth factor would be a GDP growth of 8 to 9%. I mean, that is the assumption. If that GDP growth is not forthcoming due to a general slump in the economy the world over, then these figures would change, to tell you very frankly.